MLP, It Won't Take Long, written by Powerpup97. One day in Ponyville, Starlight Glimmer and Trixie Lunamoon were performing one of their magic acts to an audience of ponies. However, the ponies were not impressed. They were getting tired of seeing the same old magic tricks they've been doing every day. In fact, some ponies went out of their way to boo them off the stage. Realizing what was going on, Starlight and Trixie decided to cut their show short and head off the stage. After the show, Starlight and Trixie walked with each other, wondering what exactly went wrong with their magic show. "That was so humiliating!" cried Trixie. "It really hurts when you perform and people don't like you." "It's okay, Trixie," said Starlight. "Those ponies were just jerks. We're still friends, no matter what." "I appreciate that, Starlight," said Trixie. "But I wonder what exactly went wrong. Why don't ponies like our magic act anymore?" "I think they're getting tired of seeing us perform the same show over and over again," said Starlight. "I think what we need is a new routine." "Great idea," said Trixie. "Trixie is all about learning new magic. Let's go to Twilight's castle and start experimenting." Starlight quickly stopped Trixie and said, "That's probably not a good idea. Remember what happened the last time we did that? It didn't end well. I think we should try to stick to practical magic and keep our unicorn magic to a minimum." Trixie sighed in disappointment. "Fine. So how about we start brainstorming some ideas?" suggested Trixie. Trixie's stomach growled. "Well, the great and powerful Trixie certainly cannot think straight on an empty stomach," she said. Starlight's stomach growled too. "Neither can I," she said. "How about we think about it over lunch?" "I love that," cheered Trixie. So the two of them went to Twilight's favorite hayburger joint and had some lunch. While they were eating, they were brainstorming. "What are some new things we can try?" "So what are some new things we can try?" asked Trixie. "Well, it should be something unique that would really surprise the other ponies," said Starlight. "Something that would really put a smile on their faces." As the two of them were thinking, Starlight saw a little fool showing a drawing he made of Starlight to his mom. Starlight was flattered to see that she had a fan, though it looked like Starlight's body was unusually long in the picture, but she decided to dismiss it since the artist was just a little kid. But then she saw another pony with a drawing of Starlight with a long body, and another and another. Every pony was laughing at the drawing and saying how cute Starlight would look with a long body. Starlight herself was a little confused. She didn't know where this new trend suddenly came from, but it seems to be popular with ponies everywhere. Just then, an idea sprung into her head. "Trixie, I know just what we are going to do," said Starlight. "You do?" asked Trixie, excited. "I sure do," answered Starlight. After they finished their lunch, Starlight and Trixie went back to Twilight's castle. "So what's your idea for our new act, Starlight?" asked Trixie. I'll tell you in a little bit, answered Starlight. I'm going to head over to Rarity's boutique and have her make a special outfit for us. Ooh, new costumes. I love it, said Trixie. So Starlight went over to Rarity's and gave her a request. Rarity wasn't sure what this was for, but she did as Starlight requested. After several hours, it was finished. Starlight thanked Rarity and took what she made back to Twilight's castle. Okay, I'm ready to see our new outfits, said Trixie, excited. Starlight pulled out what Rarity made and said, Voila! What she had was a long jumpsuit that looked like a majority of Starlight's body. Trixie blinked. What the heck is that? It's a long jumpsuit of my body, said Starlight. Okay, Trixie said, even more confused. Why the heck would you ask Rarity to do something like that? It's going to be a part of our new act, said Starlight. You see, earlier today, I noticed a lot of ponies on the street were showing off some drawings of me with a long body. So I figured that it would be cute to give the fans what they want. You and I are going to wear this jumpsuit together with you carrying me on your shoulders and will masquerade as Long Starlight. How does that sound? Trixie giggled. It sure does sound like an amusing change of face for us. Alright, so let's get in this thing, said Starlight. You step in first, Trixie, so I can get on your shoulders. One question, Trixie started to ask. Why must the great and powerful Trixie be on the bottom? If anything, I should be on the top. Trixie, it wouldn't make sense if you were the head, since the costume is made to look like a longer version of my body, said Starlight. Besides, I'm the one the fans want to see along in the first place. I guess you have a good point there, said Trixie as she stepped into the jumpsuit. You are my best friend, and I will do my best to support you, both figuratively and literally. Starlight climbed onto Trixie's shoulders. Trixie stood up on her hind hooves and wrapped her fore hooves around Starlight's hind hooves, and then lifted the jumpsuit up to Starlight so that she could slip it on and cover up the two of them. They closed up the suit. Now Starlight looked like she really had a long body. This looks so amazing, said Starlight in awe. Rarity did an incredible job, Trixie giggled. They're gonna love us. Okay, Trixie, said Starlight, let's go make some ponies happy. Trixie started to walk out of the castle. Though, being on the bottom, she was having some trouble seeing. She bumped into things and fumbled a few times. Fortunately, the belly part of the jumpsuit had Velcro, so she could peek out if necessary to see where she was going. Starlight guided Trixie when there was no other pony around. They were coming up on Town Square. You ready, Trixie? Asked Starlight. Trixie poked her head out and answered, Ready, Starlight. Let's give these ponies a show to remember, Starlight said, and before Trixie in the costume, Soon, Starlight and Trixie were out in the open. This long version of Starlight caught a lot of ponies' attention. They ran up to get a better look at Starlight as Trixie continued to carry her around. "Greetings, ponies of Ponyville," said Starlight. "It is I, the long-bodied Starlight. Feast your eyes on this amazing wonder." All the ponies were impressed and were also surprised they had just recently drawn actually came to life. Trixie was secretly giggling the fact that every pony was buying this. "How did you stretch your body out so long, Starlight?" asked the young filly. It was a magic spell. I heard you all have me with a long body, so that's what I did." "That's amazing," said another pony. "Though I'm surprised Trixie isn't here. She could have really livened things up with her magic, too." Hearing some pony give her a compliment, immediately jumped at the opportunity and said, "But Trixie is here." Starlight kicked Trixie and said, "Shh." "Oops, sorry," Trixie whispered. "What was that?" My stomach grumbling," Starlight lied. "Stretching out your body can sure give you an appetite, and the bigger you are, the hungrier you are." Trixie decided to play along and said, "Gurgle, gurgle." "Oh, that makes sense, I guess," said the pony. "And now, for all your enjoyment, I shall do a little dance for you all," said Starlight. Starlight used her magic to turn on a boombox. The boombox played some tango music. Starlight and Starlight and Trixie choreographed together to pull off a tango dance. Then the music changed to some 80s pop music. The duo then did some Michael Jackson style type of dance, and then Trixie even managed to pull off a moonwalk. Then the music changed to some big band style music, and the two ponies went wild with their dancing. "Wow, look at her go!" cheered a pony in the audience. Starlight and Trixie continued to dance. The impressed ponies all round cheered them on. All of a sudden, Trixie stopped as her allergies started acting up. "Huh? Huh? Huh? Huh?" This caught Starlight off guard. She opened up the costume to see on Trixie to see what was up, and she could see that she was building up a monster sneeze. Starlight quickly shut the costume back up with a terrified look on her face. Trixie was going to detonate any second and ruin the whole act. "What's going on with her? What's going on with her?" asked a young filly in the crowd. Probably her stomach again," said his mom, who was standing next to him. Trixie's sneezy gibberish kept getting more intense. However, Pinkie Pie, who happened to be within the crowd, knew exactly what was going to happen as she screamed out, "She's gonna blow! Every pony take cover!" Every pony on the street ran for cover, leaving Starlight in the middle of the street, perched up upon her sneezy friend. She was doomed now. Huh? Huh? Ooh. Achoo! Trixie sneezed inflated the costume into a massive balloon, briefly making Starlight look morbidly a beast, though in less than a second, Starlight was shot out of the costume like a cannon. The costume drifted down, revealing a blushing Trixie to Everypony. When Starlight came falling back down, Trixie used her magic to break her fall and prevent her from breaking any bones in her body. She gently set her back onto the ground. When all the ponies realized what was up, they erupted with laughter. Starlight was confused, but then she realized that everything was okay. A male pony approached them, Starlight and Trixie, and said, "That was a blast, you guys! Talk about an original act," said a female pony who approached them. "You certainly amused us." "Many thanks," said Trixie. "The great and powerful Trixie never fails to impress her fans. This time, she even got to use her muscles. But really, Starlight should get all the credit. It was her idea. Actually, I want to thank you. I want to thank you, all you citizens of Ponyville," said Starlight. The ponies were confused. "You all inspired me to come up with this act, thanks to your silly drawings of me with a long barrel," explained Starlight. "You wanted Trixie and I to come up with something original, so we did. And I thank you all for the inspiration." The ponies were flattered at Starlight's speech, and all stamped their hooves for both her and Starlight. Both her and Trixie. They also got a sincere apology from the pony who booed them off the stage earlier that day. Just then, Twilight Sparkle approached Starlight. "Well done, my star pupil," she said. "You as well, Trixie. I must say, the two of you have certainly come a long way since I first met you guys." "Well, there's no denying," said Trixie, as she wrapped her hood around Starlight, as if she was hugging her. "Starlight and I will be best friends forever. Pony friends forever." "You got that right," said Starlight. "Our friendship will last for many seasons to come," said Trixie. "For 9 at least," said Starlight. "Wish it was longer," said Starlight. Twilight smiled and winked. The end. Great story, Power Pup. Nice fourth wall joke, by the way.